thanks to Bernhard for sponsoring this video.
Let me show you how to smoke tri-tip like a brisket. Hey guys, today I'm going to be cooking one of my favorite types of beef. It's absolutely fantastic and it's very, very cheap. I'm talking about the tri-tip. I picked these up at 13 euros the kilogram yesterday. You see me use these cuts of beef very, very regularly and compare them to, for instance, a picanha. And picanha prices are up to 40 euros the kilogram. And this baby right here, 13 euros the kilogram. But not only can you compare this to a picanha, you can also compare this to a brisket. You can cook this baby like it is a brisket and it will turn out absolutely delicious. And I'm going to prove that to you. Before I can smoke these beautiful bad boys, I want to inspect them first. I want to make sure that they're well trimmed, all of the silver skin is gone, and all of the excess fat is gone. And these look absolutely amazing. They're so well butchered, I don't have to do anything, so I can start working on my rub. Starting off with 2 tablespoons of finishing salt, followed by 1 tablespoon of ground black pepper, a tablespoon of onion powder, and a 1/4 tablespoon of garlic powder. And this is a real good brisket rub. It is very close to a Texas style rub, which is basically salt and pepper and sometimes a little bit of onion or garlic powder. Now I went a little heavy on the onion and garlic, but that's because I want to enhance the flavors of this piece of beef as much as I can. And that's exactly what this rub will do for you. I'm going to make sure I get enough of this rub on the tri-tips, and I'm going to season all sides except for the fat cap side. Now that I got all of it on my tri-tips, it's time to fire up the barbecue. This is a pellet smoker by Bernhard, and this thing has an enormous amount of cooking surface. I'm going to be setting this grill up to cook at a temperature of 120 degrees Celsius. And of course, you got to make sure you have plenty of pellets. And if I look in this hopper, I can see that I have around half an hour of fuel left. And if I look in this hopper, I can see that I have around half an hour of fuel left. So I definitely want to add some more. And since I'm cooking on beef, I'm going to use hickory because that will complement perfect with the beef flavor. Now, since I'm going to be cooking this like a brisket, but they're actually not briskets, there's a lot of things going on. They're not as thick as briskets, so they are more delicate. And that means that I got to be extra careful not to have overshoot to dry them out or anything like that. So I'm going to make sure that I use a good thermometer to check on the temperature. This is the wireless meter thermometer, and I'm going to stick it dead in the center of this piece of meat. They both get their own thermometer, so I'm absolutely sure that both of them are hitting their own core temperature. If you would just place a thermometer in one of them and just assume the other one is about the same temperature, you're wrong. Because in the barbecue, you're gonna have hot zones, cold zones, you're gonna have a piece of meat that started out a little colder, or a piece of meat that's just bigger. There's so many things that come into consideration that I always put in a thermometer in each single piece of meat. The tri-tips are going to go on the barbecue with the fat cap down. The fat is going to render down and turn nice and crispy while it protects the meat from overcooking. Now all I need to do is set the temperature for the tri-tip that I'm cooking, and of course I'm going to roast it like a brisket. So I'm going to set it to cook at a temperature of 93, it says. I'd rather cook it to 92 and then check. So I'm going to start. Alright, did all that, and now all we need to do is monitor the cook. So let's close the lid and let the barbecue do its job. Now of course we could just make that tri-tip and enjoy it as it is, or you can make something to make it extra special. And I got a recipe for you guys that involves some veggies. So don't run away, I'm telling your mother if you do. I'm going to chop this up. And I want it real fine so you don't get all of those chunky green bits in between your teeth. There you go. Put that in a big jar and stuff it about halfway full. So that's half a Chinese cabbage that just went in, followed by some clear distilled vinegar. And I need enough to cover that cabbage with. So in this case, that's half a liter. Add 3 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of ground pepper, a tablespoon of chili flakes, and 2 pressed garlic cloves. Now close the lid and shake it fiercely. Then press it down again until everything is covered in the vinegar. Close it again and let this sit for at least 4 hours. And now I'm making a brisket sauce. This is my version of a brisket sauce. People call it an Alabama white sauce. I definitely don't call this an Alabama white sauce. It's gonna be way off. But it starts with mayonnaise. That's the base. We Dutch people love mayonnaise, and it turns into one of the most amazing sauces ever. So that's 400 milliliters of mayonnaise, followed by 100 milliliters of white vinegar, 50 milliliters of maple syrup, a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of chili flakes, a tablespoon of ground black pepper, a tablespoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of paprika powder. Now mix that up, and there you have your brisket sauce. This stuff is absolutely amazing. So good. The tri-tips have been smoking for 4 hours, and I checked on my phone and I saw that they have another 2 hours to go to reach the temperature. At least that's the estimate from my thermometer. And I'm thinking I want to check to see where they're at and what their color is. And wow, did they build up a nice crust. If I look at the bark and at the color, this is as far as I want to go. And if I would let these run as they are running now, I'm just losing moisture from these beautiful pieces of meat. So why would I do that? Why would I leave them like this? So that means I'm gonna wrap them up, preserve that moisture, and make them more juicy than they otherwise would have been. Put the tri-tip in, and that will make sure that our tri-tip is juicy and tender. Just got a notification that I need to remove one of my tri-tips from the barbecue. And like I said, one's cooking faster than the other. That's the one we're gonna take off. Luckily they're numbered, so I know exactly which one it is. And after 10 minutes, the second tri-tip is ready to come off too. And we're gonna let them rest for 20 minutes. Oh, the beef smell. This thing looks absolutely amazing. Beautiful color, nice and moist. Wow, that is beautiful. Nice smoke ring, gorgeous. And that's all the proof you need to go ahead, make a brisket out of tri-tip, save a lot of money, make something delicious, and something that is just as good as brisket. Oh my. Bro, I'm not the only one enjoying the sandwich. Yellow Jacker's coming in for the meat.
Jeetje.
Yes, we have to explain jeetje. Jeetje is Dutch for...
My oh my.
My oh my. That is a good... Yeah, go ahead. I really loved it. Go. That is one tasty sandwich.
Jeetje.
Jeetje.
It's so well balanced. That's amazing.
Give this whole recipe a try. Don't stop with the tri-tip. Let me hear. Just like you gotta go all in. You gotta go full Monty. This is a package deal you're getting. So if you wanna find the recipes, it's on PitmasterX.com. So go check it out. Meanwhile, Marcel and I are gonna finish our sandwiches. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Give us a big thumbs up and a comment down below. And until the next time.
Click this video.
Eetsmakelijk. And keep on
grilling.
That's right.